Good morning. I am Dr. Atar Rahman Khan, consultant internal medicine. I hope you have been doing well. Today's subject is vitamin D. Vitamin D, source of vitamin D is 90% from the sun, 10% from the foods and supplement. 50% of the world population is deficient in vitamin D. More than 42% of the US population is deficient in vitamin D. There are some risk factors for the deficiency of vitamin D, such as spending time indoor too much, using sunscreen while you are going outside, not taking any supplement of vitamin D or food sources. Those who are vegan, they might not take animal sources of vitamin D. Animal sources of vitamin D is egg yolk, seafood such as fatty seafood. They are like salmon, mackerel, herrings, etc. Vitamin D is essential for the health and well-being because vitamin D is essential for the absorption of calcium, phosphate, and magnesium, which is required for the formation of strong bone for the children and for the adult maintenance of their bones. If a child is deficient in vitamin D, the child may suffer from ricket, and adolescent and adult may be osteomalacia, and the older people may suffer from osteoporosis. Osteoporosis can lead the person to have a broken bone, such as fracture of hip, fracture of wrist, and fracture of spine, which is very debilitating. The people are unable to walk around, cannot do the job, and there is a risk of staying home for a long time, developing DVT, deep venous thrombosis. DVT is a serious condition that can lead to pulmonary embolism, and patient can die from it. Deficiency of vitamin D also can cause depressive mood. That's why we always see there are a lot of people who suffer from mood disorder or depression during the winter time. Doctors prescribe them sun therapy or ultraviolet sunlight or UV lamp at home to ward off their depression. Sunlight can boost the release of happy hormone called serotonin. When there is no sunlight, there could be a lack of serotonin. Serotonin lack can cause depression. That is the reason doctors prescribe SSRI medication for depression. SSRI is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. We have to expose ourselves to sunlight 10 to 15 minutes a day between 10 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. At least 3 times a week. Remember that the sunlight is also harmful to your body if you are exposed to the sunlight too much, like formation of wrinkles, sunburn, some pickles, even malignant melanoma. That should not preclude you to expose yourself to sunlight. Those people who live far away from the equator are more risk for vitamin D deficiency. Like in Cleveland, Ohio, 6 months in 6 months, in a year, they don't get the enough sunlight or get the sunlight which is not enough for their vitamin D synthesis because of ozone layer and the zenith of the sun. And the darker people requires more sunlight exposure because of their pigment melanin present in the skin, which is an obstacle to the formation of vitamin D. Vitamin D is very important. If we cannot get it from the sun, we have to get it from the food. As I have mentioned, egg yolk, fatty fish, liver, red meat, and fortified milk, and fortified orange juice, fortified cereal as well. And those who are vegetarian, they must take supplement of vitamin D or fortified tofu milk fortified with vitamin D, and also they can get the vitamin D from fortified orange juice. They can take mushroom because mushroom need sunlight for photosynthesis. Mushroom is also rich in vitamin D. Remember, if you do not have enough vitamin D, you may suffer from depression, ricket, osteomalacia, osteoporosis, and risk for fracture, dislocation, leading to DVT, pulmonary embolism, even death. In order to have sufficient vitamin D, please go to the sunlight between 10 to 3 o'clock where sunlight is intense, and do not cover your body while you are exposed. 10 to 15 minutes will be enough for the fair skin people. You may require more if you are darker skin. The sources of vitamin D, I would like to say once again: salmon fish, mackerel, mushroom, cod liver oil, tuna fish, sardine, milk or yogurt, beef or calf liver, egg yolk, and cheese. Don't be a victim of vitamin D. And if you are in the USA, if you drink milk, most of the milk found in the supermarket are fortified with vitamin D. And if you drink orange juice, yogurt, they are also rich in vitamin D, as well as margarine and ready-to-eat breakfast cereal also has enough vitamin D. I hope this short video is going to boost your spirits, and in order to boost your immune system, please take vitamin D rich food or expose yourself to sunlight. Your immune system will work for you hard, and please take care of your health. Thank you so much for watching this small video, and kindly continue subscribe and share the video to help your friend to learn a little bit of something from my talks. I talk to you soon. Thank you once again.